Move over American Eagle jeans, a new ad campaign from a company in a completely different sector has upset the same liberal lunatics online for mentioning the G word in their ad, genetics. An ad from Dunkin, formerly Dunkin' Donuts. They rebranded back in like 2019 to try to distance themselves from people thinking they were just a donut shop, trying to compete with Starbucks as a coffee shop. And so they have this new ad, which is facing backlash over a genetics reference. This one featuring an actor named Gavin Casalegno, or however you pronounce his name, who happens to be of Italian descent, which is why he makes this little reference that everybody is, well, not everybody, the mentally unstable among us, which are millions and millions of people, are upset about.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan? Genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer, literally. I can't help it. Every time I drink a Dunkin' Golden Hour refresher, it's like the sun just finds me. So if sipping these refreshers makes me the king of summer, guilty as charged.
Normal people understood that when he said his tan was the result of genetics, he was referencing his ethnic or racial background, because obviously the different ethnicities and racial groups have varying different colors of skin tone, including those who are of Southern Italian origin, which is him, which have a slightly darker or an almost natural looking tan to their skin. But since we're living in the Twilight Zone idiocracy crossover, now anytime a BIPOC, a black, indigenous, or person of color who's been infected with wokeism or the liberal pathogen, hears the word genetics, now they fly into a rage as if you shouted the little N-word at them.
So I get American Eagle's excuse. They can always get by saying, oh, you know, we're just saying jeans and jeans. Ha ha ha, little pun. Ha. Okay.
Yeah, because get it, good jeans equal beautiful women.
Yeah, sure. What's Dunkin's excuse? Because as far as I know, they're just using jeans to sell a drink, not even jeans to sell jeans. So what is it? A golden drink, which then points to golden skin, which they perceive as a physical manifestation of having good genes. So we have to do like 2 or 3 extra steps when it comes to getting to the bottom of why the genes were even mentioned here. Eugenics. And if it weren't insidious enough, even for American Eagle, the White House just came out and basically said, this is why we were elected. Y'all keep talking all that liberal stuff and no one wants to hear that. Basically confirming what we've all been saying. The dogs are only barking because that whistle has been blown.
That's right, it's a racist dog whistle in order to sell jeans and coffee to white people. And they would have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for you pesky TikTokers poking your nose around where it doesn't belong.
We know you people can't help it. You've been terrorizing people who don't look like you for centuries. We know you're a bunch of sociopaths. You don't have to remind us. We have the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad campaign that is using a double entendre on the word jeans and jeans with a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman. In a time where racism and fascism is on the rise, the MAGA movement is on the rise, at a time when our president had Elon Musk on the stage at the inauguration doing a Yahtzee salute, and the Dunkin'...
That's the TikTok slogan so that they don't have the AI system flag one of their videos for using negative keywords. The Yahtzee salute now is what they say.
Dunkin' Donuts marketing team said, let's try and make our donut commercial about genetics. And let's have an all-American looking guy with blue eyes be the messenger. Their marketing team is definitely like that one person that's like, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. I already didn't go to Dunkin' Donuts, but I'm definitely not going now. They're on some broke bitch rage bait behavior.
I'm sure they're really going to be disappointed, but have fun hanging out at the Waffle House.
My question is, Dunkin' Donuts, you randomly use genetics when you're speaking of a drink. I call that rage bait. I call that race bait. Them knowing that this commercial or these commercials are gonna start controversy online, they say, let's do it like that. The more they talk about us, the more we sell. And even if they're mad, we still win in the end because people are gonna come to a American Eagle or people are gonna continue to eat.
If that's the case, then you, sir, are just helping them. Haven't you ever heard you're not supposed to feed the trolls? Imagine how scrambled your brain has to be from watching BET and World Star Hip Hop that you think dressing like this with a gold grill makes you look cool. This dude on TikTok, Andre Williams, I'm sure captures how we all feel about people like this. Although I can't say it otherwise, a certain group of people will fly into a violent rage because they have impulse control issues, as I'm sure we all know. But take it away, Andre.
We have a nigga problem in the black community. Nigga culture and nigga identity is extremely destructive to the image and representation of black people.
That's right, sir, but sadly the mainstream conservative media in this country and the right-wing Republican activist organizations are a bunch of cowards because people like Andre Williams and Carmen JC really should be the headline speakers at Turning Point USA events and CPAC, but when have you ever heard any of their speakers utter such bold truths like this?
Let's talk about niggas, because we're all tired of them.
Yeah.
Niggas is not a way to describe someone and how they look and their skin tone. It is a way to describe a certain type of behavior that is coming from a certain group of people. Everybody in the country is tired of the nigga behavior, and they're tired of having to walk on eggshells in their own country and act like, oh, but little nigga gonna feel some type of way about me saying this or me doing this or me just being myself, me being proud and white. Gotta worry about what the little niggas say.
That's right, and if the liberal lunatics, the self-hating whites, and those with black fragility weren't already upset enough about Sydney Sweeney, now it turns out, and looking back on this should have been obvious, that she is a registered Republican. And since we are living in the idiocracy twilight zone, a member of the White House press pool thought it was important enough to ask President Trump about
actress Sydney Sweeney had came out this weekend that she was a registered Republican. Any thoughts on that?
That who was?
Sydney Sweeney. She's like a very hot actress right now.
She's a registered Republican?
Yes.
Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans.
Yeah, it's usually the celebrities who actually don't talk about politics, right? And because she is a beautiful blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman with some natural double D assets on top of it, now she is enemy number one by those infected with the liberal pathogen.
This might be a hot take, but Sydney Sweeney is the new racist dog whistle. If you don't know, a dog whistle is a term or some sort of
I love how she has to define dog whistle. Who doesn't know what a dog whistle is, you moron?
descriptive that is meant to invoke
She even cut the definition from Wikipedia.
Images of something racist without explicitly saying that, like 88 or Elon Musk's weird salute that he did. And I'm not talking about this being a temporary thing like a lot of trends are. This is going to be permanent. It has been adopted by the far right and by white supremacists. She is their new icon, which means she represents them in a way. They've literally created a meme coin off of her, and there are a lot of people retweeting, oh, finally, we are so back. America is so back.
Yeah, we are. Or at least we're trying. I mean, the Democrats, have almost completely ruined America, but we're doing the best we can to restore it. And us normal people are going to have a good time doing that. So I know that I am not the only one who is enjoying these delicious BIPOC tears.
It is so difficult to grow up as a person of color, specifically a woman, and view yourself as beautiful in any sense of the word growing up in this country. I remember growing up in a predominantly white community, wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture, take my name, if it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am or worry about being accepted.
Imagine being so brain dead as a woman of color that you can't even fathom yourself being even remotely beautiful because you're not blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and white. Have you ever heard of Beyonce, who for the last 25 years has been widely considered one of the most beautiful women in America, who even the most stringent anti-race mixers would probably not be able to resist? And it turns out that Sydney Sweeney is an all-American girl and has an old TikTok account from a few years ago she hasn't posted to in a while, with almost 2 million followers, called Sid's Garage, which shows her working on classic cars.
Welcome back to Sid's Garage. I'm going to be doing some maintenance on my vintage Mustang.
Her vintage Mustang. And I think she grew up in Idaho somewhere.
Join me.
And the anti-whiteism that the Sydney Sweeney ad has caused to supercharge is resulting in a lot of white people, particularly some very beautiful white women, standing up and proclaiming that they're proud to be white, something that you never would have seen just a few years ago. This from a Turning Point USA ambassador who posted on Twitter, "It's okay to be white, by the way," something that you would never see any of these conservative Inc. types say, because the Jewish ADL has deemed that phrase to be a white supremacist slogan. Anybody who's been following the online news for the last 5 years or so, 10 years, is aware of the "It's okay to be white" flyer campaign. But now, conservative Inc. types are proudly proclaiming it. I mean, what's next? Are some white girls going to start posting selfies of themselves, throwing up Nazi salutes, or wearing swastikas? Oh, wait, what's this? This one asks, "Do you guys like my pin?" And this is not a photoshopped image, by the way. This is a real photo. This is a real girl. It's not a fake account. This one is so fed up with anti-whiteism, she says that she will never date another non-Nazi again. So White Girl Summer is in full effect, and Sydney Thomas also just entered the ring. If you don't know who she is, this is what an idiocracy we're living in. She was a ring girl during the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight, too. Everybody noticed because, well, she has some absolutely fantastic natural assets, not to mention blonde hair and blue eyes. Well, I would say is far more hotter than Sydney Sweeney. She just posted this on social media saying that she too loves her jeans. Well, don't we all? And if you like your jeans, or you just like white people, whether you are one or you're one of my many BIPOC fans, then you may want to buy your I Love White People shirt from my online store, markdice.com, or click the link in the description below. If that's not your style, then I'm sure you'll enjoy the new Alligator Alcatraz shirt, the Sorry No Vacancy Deport Them All shirt, the War is a Racket shirt, or any of my awesome designs, all available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie. Now tank tops and women's cuts as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.